Hello everybody, welcome to this geography lesson on finding coordinates. If you'll remember, in our last geography lesson, we learned about lines of longitude and latitude. Okay, and lines of longitude and latitude are imaginary lines that geographers use to find our location on the surface of the Earth. Just to recap, we've got lines of longitude, which run from north to south. Okay, and we have lines of latitude which run from east to west, or west to east. And these are your lines of latitude here on our map, and these are your lines of longitude. All right, and this map actually gives you the values. So we've got, for instance, 20 degrees north. That's our line of latitude, and we've got, let's say this one, for instance, is 60 degrees east. That's our line of longitude. All right. Now, finding coordinates. How do we find our location on the surface of the Earth, or the location of a specific, let's say, landmark or city or geographical feature? All right. If I want to find, for instance, the location of this red dot, which is somewhere in Africa, what do I need to do? Okay. The first thing I need to do is find the point on the map. Okay, and we found it here. It's in red. Then I need to determine the latitude. Now, I always determine the latitude first because I need to write it down first. That's the correct way to do it. Okay, so determine the latitude first by finding the line of latitude nearest to the location. In this case, this red dot here is close to 20 degrees north. All right, but it's not exactly 20 degrees north, so we're going to estimate. We know it's closer to 20 degrees than it is to 0 degrees, so let's say it's about 18 degrees north. Now, we can get really specific with this, of course, but because we're still learning, we're just going to estimate. All right, so we write that down, 18 degrees north. Again, it's less than 20. We know it's less than 20. Here's 20. We follow the line here. And it's quite a bit more than 0 degrees, the equator, so we'll say 18. Okay, next, we need to determine the longitude of our location by finding the line of longitude nearest to the location. In this case, it's quite easy because it's almost exactly on 20 degrees east, as you can see here. Again, here's our prime meridian, 0 degrees. Okay, this is 0 degrees longitude, and the point we want to find is almost exactly 20 degrees east. So then we write that down. So we already had our 18 degrees north. And then we make a comma, 20 degrees east. Just the E represents east. N for north, E for east. Of course, W for west, S for south. So we estimate that this is about 18 degrees north, 20 degrees east. All right. So that's how we write down our coordinates. All right, and let's do a little sample here. Okay, let's do an example where we're going to find the location of a specific point on Earth, which in this case happens to be Sydney, Australia. So first thing we need to do is find our latitude. So find the line of latitude closest to Sydney. Okay. Sydney's right here, so our line of latitude closest to Sydney is 40 degrees south, but it's actually between 20 and 40, but closer to 40. So let's say it's about 34 degrees south. I'm just estimating here. And then we'd write that down. Next, we need to find the longitude. So it's somewhere between 140 and 160, as you can see, degrees east. So let's say it's 151. So I'd write down 34 degrees south and 151 degrees east. And that's how we write down our coordinates for Sydney, Australia. Okay, so we're going to practice this in class. And that's it for this lesson. Thank you for listening.